to another video. If you're new, my name's Donna. I upload a couple of times a week and it's always kind of family content or foodie content, trying to get your shopping on a relatively low budget. I don't do the shopping too cheaply because we do try to eat relatively healthily where we can, although we've got an awful lot of Easter chocolate and things loitering around. So it's not perfect by any means, but I do just try to buy sort of fresh ingredients and cook from scratch. So if that's your kind of thing, don't forget to hit subscribe before you leave. And yeah, this week I have been to Waitrose for a bit of a change. I didn't need quite as much as normal because I've got some chicken in the freezer, some chicken burgers in the freezer. I've got stuff for a tuna pasta sweet corn bake. Tuna sweet corn pasta bake. So I've got a few dinners. I'm going to do a batch cook recipe, so I have doubled up on my mince because I'm going to be doing some recipes for a batch cook, and I might do a little bit of baking and stuff as well. I'm going to have a go at making soda bread, so I'll share that with you guys in case you're interested in how to make like Irish soda bread. So yeah, and a few non-foodie items. I just sort of go to Waitrose for a bit of a change really. I've been shopping at Ocado quite a lot and I do really like their stuff, but you find that the Ocado stuff is reasonably priced, and then obviously you've got M&S for treats, but I can get a bit carried away with the M&S stuff and spend a bit more. And the essential Waitrose stuff is actually really nice, and they do a lot more kind of like higher welfare. Well, maybe not more higher welfare, but they do higher welfare meats and like loose veg and stuff. So yeah, it looks like a really nice shop. So I'll spin you around and show you what I've picked up. I will pop all the prices on the screen for you because obviously I don't normally shop at Waitrose, so I don't know how much things are off the top of my head. So I'll pop all the prices on the screen for you, and then at the end I'll share with you our week's meal plan. So let's get having a look what I grabbed from Waitrose. Okay, so I'll start with the fruit and veg. I haven't got quite as much because I've got a lot of apples left in the fridge still. And I've also got a couple of kiwis and a couple of pears left in the fruit bowl. So I've picked up some strawberries. These are the essential Waitrose ones. They look really nice. It's one of the bigger punnets, 400 grams. So I got one of those. Got some loose bananas. These are the fair trade. I think they're fair trade, are they? Yeah, fair trade. Fair trade loose bananas. They're quite green, so we'll have to let them ripen up a bit. I don't like them when they're green. These were on 2 for £4. So I've got the seedless grape selection, the red and green, and also the, what are these? Tangerines. Kind of easy peeler. Archie's really enjoying oranges at the moment. He's been taking them to school for snack. So yeah, I've just picked those up, and then we'll use up the rest of the fruit as well that we've already got. I've got a cucumber, a couple of sweet potatoes. I thought it might be a bit of a change to have sweet potato mash. I've got a couple of red peppers and a few red onions. Got those all loose, and a loose broccoli as well. And then I've got some little gem lettuce. I've still got tomatoes in the fridge, so I didn't get any more tomatoes. So we'll have lettuce, cucumber and tomato and pepper. And I've got olives and stuff in there as well for salad. I've got some large baking potatoes. I got 2 packs of those because they were on an offer. So it worked out cheaper to get those than a big bag of potatoes. And I do like them to be a good size in case I want to do jackets for lunch or even for dinner. So I got baking potatoes. And then the other fridgy bits, I've got some Waitrose apple juice, our usual blue milk. I've already got one in the fridge because I ran out yesterday and I needed to grab one. So I just got one on the shopping. And then I've got some Caesar salad. I'm going to do Yanis some chicken Caesar salads for work. So I've got that. And then I've also got the Italian cheese as well to grate over the top. A couple of packs of free-range eggs. Some of these Rachel organic yogurts. These are really, really nice. They're really thick and creamy. And you get strawberry, raspberry, peach and cherry. And I think they were on offer for £2. So they're really, really tasty if you like a thick and creamy yoghurt. And it's really good that they're organic and there's no nasties in there. Henry likes these ones as well. It's a lot of, like everything's organic fruit and organic cream, organic milk. There's obviously some thickener in there and the fruit, but they're really, really nice. Got a buttermilk, which like I mentioned is for the soda bread. So it's flour, buttermilk and bicarb soda. So I'm going to make some soda bread. So I will share a recipe with you in case you're interested on giving that a go. And then I've got some bacon just for sandwiches, and also I'll probably put a little bit in with some chicken. I've got an extra large chicken. So I'm going to do a Sunday roast, and then I'm going to keep some of the leftover chicken and probably stick it with some bacon, with some pasta and some pesto, or maybe some rice, and do kind of like either like a chicken and bacon fried rice or a pesto pasta, something like that, to use up the leftover chicken. Although Yanis will probably say he wants his Greek lemon chicken soup that I make him, so it depends how much is left. Some chipolata sausages. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with these, but sometimes if we're having something that Henry doesn't like, he'll have sausages, or we use them for like sandwiches or whatever at the weekend. So I've got a pack of those, and then I've got 2 of these. These were a really good price because they will save a third, and they're the big 750 gram packs. So I've got 2 of those. So I've got 1.5 kilos of mint, and I'm going to be doing 4 recipes for a batch cook. So that video will be coming soon as well. It'll give you an idea of how you can use like half a pack of mints and bulk it out for a dinner for 4 people. And obviously I'll be doing 4 meals with those. They had this urban pizza deal on for a tenner. So you've got 2 large pizzas. So I've got a full house, which is kind of like a meat feast. And then a pepperoni with a hot honey drizzle. If the drizzle isn't on there, which I don't think it is, it looks like a sachet there, I might not put that on because the boys might find it a bit zingy. And then also I've got one of these garlic flatbreads, which came with the deal. I'll probably use the flatbread to go with like the tuna pasta or the pesto pasta, and then I will do some chips with the pizzas. So I've got those. Store cupboardy bits, I just grabbed a vegetable oil because I've run completely out. I don't normally buy chocolate cereal very often, but Henry had these on holiday and he really liked them and he wanted some more. So I got some of these. They're the Kellogg's Cocoa Pops, but they're like the chocolate shells. I've got some of these croutons to go with Yanis's salads, ciabatta croutons, black pepper and sea salt. They look really, really nice. So I'll put some chicken, salad, cheese, croutons, Caesar dressing. Be a really tasty lunch for him. Got some Waitrose essential spaghetti and a passata, because one of the meals is going to be like bolognese. So got those. And then some kind of snacky bits. I got some Waitrose custard creams. Like I said, we've got a lot of Easter chocolate and stuff laying around, and I'm going to be doing a bit of baking as well. So I just got 1 pack of the custard creams. And then I got some sweet and salty popcorn. These are the individual packs. And then also some of the salted tortilla chips, because the boys really like those. 2 bags of dried mango. If you've been watching a while, you'll know that my little Archie loves, I say little, he's 12. But he loves dried mango. He normally eats some in the evening for a snack. So I've got 2 packs of the Bear Fruit dried mango. That was on an offer. I think it was £2 a pack. So that was the cheapest one. So I got that one. And then the bakery bits, I've got some Jason's Tiger Rolls, which I'm going to use for the chicken burgers I've got in the freezer. Got some tortilla wraps for lunches. Archie's been taking a cheese and cucumber wrap. I haven't bought any normal cheese because I've got a block in the fridge. I just got one of these wholemeal essential breads just to stick in the freezer for an emergency, because obviously we've got wraps and I've also got some of these part baked rolls. and I'm making some soda bread, but if we run out, instead of popping to the shop, I thought I'd just pull out this loaf from the freezer, because if I pop to the shop, I'll spend more money. So I just got one of those as an emergency. And then the only things I think I haven't mentioned on the non-food items, and I've got a comfort and a non-bio, obviously, to do my washing. And then I've also run out of bubble bath. So I've got just one of these essential Waitrose chamomile bubble baths. And I think that is everything. If I've missed anything, I will pop the price on the screen now, but I think I've done everything. And I'll put the total price on, but it was 80 something. I think maybe 82 or 88, not sure. It will be on the screen. So yeah, I hope that was useful. Good way to kind of take a bit of a stock of what you've got in your fridge and freezer and use those bits up, and then just plan a few extra meals as well. And some of these, obviously, when I batch cook, we probably have like one minced dinner, but then the rest will go in the freezer for another time. So yeah, so we'll have some nice dinners. So I will pop it all away, and then I'll share with you the meal plan. Excuse the sound of the washing machine in the background, but as you know, it's on continuously. I'm sure you're all the same. It's like as soon as you get one load put away, the washing bin is overflowing again. So that's going in the background. But this is our meal plan. So today is Thursday, and I'm going to pull some chicken out of the freezer, and we're going to have chicken tikka with rice and naan breads. Tomorrow is Friday, so we're going to have our usual pizza night, and I'll probably do some homemade chips. Saturday, we're going to have chili, and I'm either going to do it with rice or do it as burritos in wraps. Sunday, we're having roast chicken. Monday, I'm going to pull out the chicken burgers and have them in the tiger rolls. Probably with some homemade chips, maybe some sweet potato wedges, something like that. Tuesday, I'm going to do tuna pasta and the garlic flatbread. And then Wednesday, I'm either going to do loaded jacket potatoes, or I'm going to have one of our other batch cook mince meals, which will be a Thai beef. It will probably depend, because if we've had rice with the chili, we might not want rice again with the Thai beef, so we might do the loaded jacket potatoes. I might do some chicken and bacon and cheese and bits and bobs in the jackets, which will be tasty. So that's a look at our meal plan. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I grabbed from Waitrose, and this gives you some meal ideas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all really soon in another video.